tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I'm going to talk about one of the best mothers in warrior cats, Millie. Yeah, you heard me, Millie. I know that there are a lot of Millie haters out there, but the honest truth is, she's not that bad. In fact, she's not bad at all. In almost every aspect of her life, she shows nothing but care. I made a video about Millie being a good cat 2 years ago, and I'll do it again. Whatever it takes to get my point across. First of all, Millie pretty much saved Graystripe mentally. Graystripe and Silverstream, while a loving pairing, were not able to last, and Graystripe moving on from that was necessary for him to abandon his impulsive and disloyal past. The first step was him being kicked out of RiverClan, and the second step towards his recovery was finding love in Millie. Millie was such a loving and selfless cat, and she did everything for Graystripe. She left her home so that he could return to his. I feel like the whole experience really gave Graystripe solid ground to rebuild his life on. Graystripe's love towards Millie was never for a single moment overshadowed by his past love for Silverstream. Millie was a lifelong partner to him. He showed devotion in every way. When Millie was giving birth, he begged J-Paw that if it came down to it, he should save Millie instead of the kids. This, of course, is an echo of the pain that Silverstream's death caused Graystripe. But it is also very telling of the fact that Millie was able to fill the hole in Graystripe's heart that Silverstream left behind. And Millie would forever be the most important cat in Graystripe's life. When Millie was on the verge of death due to green cough, Silverstream herself willed that Millie would survive, as she didn't want Graystripe's heart to be broken a second time. Even Silverstream recognizes how important Millie is to Graystripe, and she happily gives up their chances of being together again in StarClan in favor of Graystripe being happy. So yeah, Graystripe and Millie love each other. That's pretty clear. But I guess the more controversial situations arrive from the way Millie treats her kids, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, can we just talk about how awesome she is at fitting in? Immediately, the clans are shocked that she doesn't have a soft kitty pet voice. And within a short time of joining ThunderClan, she jumps right into battling ShadowClan. Millie knows how to commit to her decision. The only thing she does that makes her stand out as a former kitty pet is keeping her name. But honestly, who cares? It's such a small detail. The writing team probably only did this to avoid confusion. Anyways, this wouldn't be a Millie video if I didn't talk about the Briarlight situation. Now, here's my take. Briarlight's injury is Millie's first big loss as a clan cat, so it naturally hits her pretty hard. A lot of people like to say that Millie is doing a bad thing by fussing over Briarlight, holding her back and never giving her space, but honestly, no, it's not that bad. It's exactly what any good mother would do. I can't be mad that Millie loves her kit very much. Keep in mind that Millie's annoying behavior is mostly given to us through Jayfeather's perspective, and Jayfeather thinks every cat is annoying. So obviously we get a bit of exaggeration there. Now, the real kicker for most people is not the way Millie acts towards Briarlight. It's the way that Millie acts towards Blossomfall that gets people upset. Before Briarlight's injury, Millie fusses over Blossompaw a normal amount. When Blossompaw climbs the great oak at the gathering, Squirrelflight yells at her to get down, and Blossompaw hurts her legs after hastily jumping off. Millie gets upset at Squirrelflight's harshness, especially when seeing Blossompaw limp. Now, fast forward to 2 books later, after Briarlight's injury. Blossomfall gets a limp for the very different reason of Dark Forest training, and Hazeltail is quick to notice that Blossomfall doesn't look right. She alerts Millie that Blossomfall is sick, to which Millie responds, "Oh, she's fine, I have to go check on Briarlight," which causes a flash of anger in Blossomfall's eyes. And not long after, it is revealed that Blossomfall is training in the Dark Forest because she doesn't get as much attention as she wants in her day-to-day life. She even throws out these feelings of doubt that Millie somehow wouldn't care if she died while she was trapped in the tunnels. And the peak of this drama happens when Blossomfall returns from the tunnels for Millie to just yell at her and suggest that Briarlight would have been a better warrior, confirming Blossomfall's doubts. So yeah, Millie's behavior drove Blossomfall to training in the Dark Forest, and because of that, people seem to hate Millie beyond reason, completely forgetting everything she's done for Graystripe and Briarlight and ThunderClan, just like that. I totally understand that Millie's attitude towards Blossomfall was not desirable, but you can't drag her down so far for having one character flaw. All the quote-unquote best mothers and warrior cats are all boring cats such as Sorreltail and Ferncloud that the authors didn't develop enough. Millie isn't a bad mom. She's just a mom that can't live up to the impossibly high standards that Warriors books often set for moms. In reality, being a good mother isn't that easy. Stress and grief can explain most of Millie's wrongdoings. And as much as Millie is an adult who should be more responsible with her emotions, Blossomfall is also an adult who should be more responsible with her emotions. Blossomfall admits to being jealous of Briarlight, and that's not a healthy way of thinking at all. There is a bit of truth in Millie's words. Blossomfall should focus on how fortunate she is to even be a warrior. Blossomfall can't expect to be treated like a baby her entire life. Yes, Millie could have handled the situation better by talking to Blossomfall in private rather than yelling at her in front of everyone, but we can't judge their entire relationship off this one scene. They both lived in ThunderClan together for a really long time. There is an overwhelming chance that they managed to talk things out sometime after Blossomfall stopped training in the Dark Forest. We do see Millie playing with Blossomfall's kits in Darkest Night. That's something. I'd say that Millie probably calmed down over time and got more responsible with her actions. Now, Millie's death is upon us, and it has a good chance of happening during the Squirrel Flight's Hope Super Edition. I'm sure that Blossomfall will be sad about it just as you would expect. Millie is not without her flaws, but everything she has done for ThunderClan and her family heavily outweighs them. She had difficulty with her emotions after Briarlight's injury, but overall, she is definitely a good mom.